Hello, my name is Dirk Hughes, Director of the Michigan Masonic Museum and Library. Today we're in Belleville, Michigan with Brother Jim Piper, Secretary of Myrtle Lodge number 89, the lodge that has the oldest lodge building in continuous use in the state of Michigan. Brother Jim, thank you.
You're welcome.
I hear you're going to give us a tour today.
Yes, I am.
Let's get started.
Let's go. This was the original lodge room. What we call the wardrobe side or the game room, because we got a pool table over there, that was the original lodge room. Originally out front of this building was a horse stanchion, and the roads were mud. So, you know, it was, by the 1900s we had cars running up and down the street, and it was time to change things around a tad.
Okay, so let's move throughout some other parts of the building. Why don't we start with showing us where the original entryway was.
Okay, now, understanding that this was a wall and there was no doorway there, originally, the brother entered from here. This was up to the High Street. They came in through High Street up this nice wide stairwell.
Was this the way the original stairway was? Was it exposed to the elements? Or is
No, it was not exposed. They kept it. This was the way the original stairway, I believe. I can't say that for certain.
You can almost feel them walking up. Let's go ahead and stroll through, take some more look at the areas of the building.
Okay, we come to the inner door of the lodge room where the initiate is brought and passes through for his very first time in the lodge room. He comes through here and passes through the brazen pillars for his very first experience in masonry. You notice our altar it's a two-piece altar that we've had for a great long while. I don't know that it's original, but the base is on wheels. It's easier to move if you take the altar off the base.
Sure.
But then the base creates a kneeler that, as you can see, we can actually have candidates on the front and to the sides, like in the fellowcraft degree, when you're allowed to have multiple candidates, you've got room for them.
Right.
Sometimes we actually have to add another table.
Well, take us up to the east and show us you had some old officer chairs here, and even though we strongly suspect they predate the 1920 edition, it's very possible these are original to the building, but we don't know for sure, right?
I'm almost positive they're original to the building. Yeah, we've had them recovered. Podium was made by one of our past masters. It's kind of neat to have a place to shove your water and your extra paperwork and what have you. And for those who aren't particularly great in ritual, it gives them a place to put their prompts.
Little cheat sheets.
Yeah.
Let's take a walk over here and take a look at a couple of the items. Tell me a little bit about this piece here on the wall. It's kind of a unique piece that I've never seen, actually.
Well, it's a brass match holder, actually, and we use it to hold our some of our implements of initiation. But originally, that was a brass match holder for just the old wooden matches. And
why don't you tell us a little bit about this picture right here? Give us an idea of who this is.
Well, this is a picture of Robert Patterson Clark. He's considered the father of Myrtle Lodge, not the first master of Myrtle Lodge, but we operated under charter for a year. And I believe that's when he was getting things rolling and started as Masons are. But Robert Patterson Clark was real big in the community. Of course, the community wasn't much back in 1856, but he was big in the area then and helped to develop the area. And the original founders here at Myrtle Lodge were all prominent people within this area, mainly because that's the only people that lived here.
By default, they were the prominent ones.
Right.
And you are a past master twice over.
Twice over.
You've been master here this lodge twice? What were the years that you were master here?
2000, 2010.
And how are you liking the secretary chair?
Actually, now I like it. For the first year or so, I wasn't so sure, you know.
Who's your worshipful master right now?
Brian Brown.
Brian Brown.
Worshipful Master Brian Brown. He's in Kentucky at our sister lodge right now in Sawyersville, Kentucky.
Right, coming out through the outer door, entryway, Tyler area.
Tyler sits right here.
We've got some great old pieces on the wall. Old coat hanger.
Oh yeah, this is a real masterpiece of carpentry there. 2x6 with some studs put in it, but it is solid as a rock. You could probably hang on it yourself and not pull it loose. One thing that we didn't notice earlier, that when we started talking about it, out here in this door, so that the Tyler can keep track of what's going on. He's got a little peephole.
Nice. We got probably a required piece of equipment.
We had a Tyler back 15 years ago or so that sat out here and used that with religiously used it. We also had one that was a sandbox type thing, you know, one of those tube ones that has sand in it. You lift the screen out of it. Yeah.
That was like one of the perks of being a Tyler. You could smoke during lunch.
Yeah.
How about we head downstairs?
Of course, you know this is a nice old thing here.
Oh yeah.
It was from 1852, right?